Hey guys, it's your favorite guy again, Mr. Futuristic Web Studios, and I'm coming back to you with my girl again, Lucky Buxton. Lucky, how you doing today?
Fabulous as always.
I'm really happy to hear that. We're actually doing this after some time. Believe you've been extremely busy, yeah?
Yes, I have been. The market's been crazy. I'm so glad the election is over. Woo-hoo, we get back to
Hallelujah.
business,
Hallelujah.
right?
Now, Lucky, I do have a question, and this is
Sure.
kind of important because a friend of mine has recently purchased a home. And he has told me he's getting phone calls left and right. Everyone's trying to sell him something. He's thinking, I don't know, like perhaps his information has been sold or something. Like, does this really happen? And if you do get calls about new products or services and whatnot, because it feels as if the company that he actually bought the house using the help of, it's like it is them, but he's getting calls from all sorts of different people. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, he's not the only one, Lucas. It's so crazy. It's so amazing how many people have access to our information. So already there's so much public information out there already. And there's something called trigger leads that as a loan officer, I'm fighting with all the time. Every time I go to run a credit inquiry, whether it's a soft credit inquiry or a hard credit inquiry,
Mhm.
that information is sold to other companies. So
Wow.
TransUnion, Equifax, and what's the last one? TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian.
Experience?
They actually sell that data to insurance companies. They sell it to lenders. They sell it to other realtors. They resell it so many times. It's unbelievable. I know for a fact there's two large mortgage companies. I'm not going to use their name, but they tell people as soon as you're pre-approved and you've got your contract, go ahead and work with the other lender. And then once you're pre-approved, come back to me and I'll undercut them by 10%.
Ouch.
And it's terrible because how they got
Ouch.
their information was I ran a credit report and then they got the information and they're contacting him and they do none of the work.
I didn't know
It's
Experian did that. I used to
Yeah,
be,
all three credit bureaus do it. It's called the trigger lead that we're trying to stop them from selling it because a lot of people don't like their information being sold. We're already getting bombarded with so much stuff. But to answer your question, I want to follow back before I go bird walking on my own little tangent here. Yes. So what happens is because it's public record, there
right.
are companies that consolidate that data into a data warehouse and turn around and sell it to everybody for windows, painting, roofing, power washing. Um, what's another one? Home warranties, insurance, taxes, everything. And it will look like I work for Fairway, of course, independent lending, the very best mortgage company in the world.
Facts.
But some of the times, Lucas, people will say to me, "Hey, Lucky, where's my home warranty loan?" Or, "Hey, Lucky, I thought I got my taxes done." And they will fill out the information and they will buy it or send it in because it's got our logo on it.
Mhm.
And it's hard to catch people. It's just like people who steal your identity. It's illegal, but people do it all the time. I
Wow.
strongly suggest that we put links. We're going to put the links in the chat, right? To
In the
follow those
description.
links, opt out of everything. So nobody can sell your information. You do it on your own. You're taking care of it. You know it's done. But most importantly, if you have any questions, reach out to either your loan officer or ask for the service provider's phone number. And then just call
Mm.
your service provider and say, "Hey, is this you?" Because if not, you're going to spend a lot of money. And I hate that for the people. But if you're not if you're not well informed and a good consumer of your information, it's going to be sold and resold and you're going to end up spending a lot of money and you're just being scammed.
Ouch.
It's
And I
bad.
just and I just want to tell you guys this, guys. See, whenever you receive these telemarketing calls or whoever, they sound absolutely real. And it doesn't matter how smart or stupid or anybody you may be. I've literally seen the smartest people actually being hooked into this. So the best thing is, regardless how real this feels to you, make the call to your mortgage officer or the company that you dealt with initially to confirm with them if it is in fact them. If not, opt out. No questions asked. Other than that, Lucky, I do
Or rip
have
it up, right? Rip it up and throw it in the trash.
hell yeah, hell yeah. The other question that I have
Oh,
is,
I'm sorry. Sorry. Lucas, recycling. We're throwing it in the recycle bin, not the trash.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, we're all about eco energy these days, green energy, all that stuff. Now, Lucky, I do have another question. Being the fact that I'm not very old, I'm just 30, right? I have a lot of friends
So
who
am
are,
I. Hold on.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Age is nothing but a number. Now, I do have a lot of friends coming out of university, coming out of college, trying to purchase home, but they're all wrapped up in student loan. What do you do if you are trying to buy a house, but you are head to toe under student loans? What to do here?
Well, there's a couple options. Number one, even if they say you're on a deferred plan,
Mhm.
you need that something in writing. And really, it doesn't really help you, even if it's in writing for a zero payment.
Mm,
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they want something, and they're going to take either a 0.5% or 1% of what you owe as a down payment, as a monthly payment, excuse me. So what I suggest is that you do an income driven payment
mhm.
plan. So it's based on your personal income. And then what they do is they reanalyze it every couple years, from what I understand. I'm grateful I don't have to deal with student loans. That's what happens when you go to college in another country. But what they need to do is they need to do income driven repayment plans and get on some kind of a plan, because if you leave it up to the loan officer to do it,
Mhm.
and they're going to end up having to legally hit you with a payment. And people ask me why. And
Mm,
here's the deal. Your payment is not going to be deferred for 30 years as long as your mortgage is. Eventually,
mm,
no matter who's in office, things happen and you're going to have to repay that income or that debt. So what they do is they need to hit you at some kind of a payment every
mm.
month to organize your debt to income, how much money coming in versus how much money is going out.
Going out.
So because of that, it's so important to get on a income driven payment plan. If that's, they've got a ton of different plans. That one I found out is the most impressive for my peoples, but you can try any plan, but to get on some kind of a repayment plan where you can reduce that loan amount every month. It's such a minimal payment, and then that we're able to use that. I've had some where people have been able to come back and only give me $20 for
Whoa.
all their student loans, $20. That's their
Whoa.
payment plan. And they have a document, and that's what I get for their one of their monthly payments is $20.
What'd you do with the $20, Lucky? Buy a house?
Well, right? I know, but you can get on this payment plan, and then instead of them being hit with a $400 or $500 payment, I'm only looking at their liabilities as $20, which opens up so
Wow.
many possibilities.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
while
that,
we're on the
guys.
subject, do not buy a car for $1,000 a month. Don't do it. Your first car wasn't your perfect car, just like your first house might not be your perfect
Mm.
house. Be smart about what you're purchasing, people, because we look at that monthly nut, not the overall, just the monthly nut. And it's
I mean,
crazy. Today, and this guy has a regular truck, $1,700 a month.
damn. Lucky, this may be off topic, but I do have to ask you. Now, when you're trying to buy a car, I'm not sure how well informed you may be in this, but some people say buy a car outright, like pay in cash. Some people say no, pay some down payment, and then you know what to do. What would you recommend in this situation? Let's say if I've got money,
Um,
I can pay cash. Should I pay cash for the car?
Well, you can get you sometimes if you don't have a car that you need to sell,
Hmm.
right? You can finagle your my mother is going to be so grateful I use that word finagle. Did you hear me, Mom? You're going to finagle your money down and you're going to get a better price, I think, if you pay cash. The
Mm,
other thing is that I know I purchased a car before where they were doing free financing for 36 months. So
hmm.
it was basically free. But for me, if you have that money, just
Buy it outright.
just go spend it, because in the mortgage business, cash is not king. Cash is
Mm,
not your friend. Everything's got to be sourced. So yeah, if you can, I'd buy that car outright.
I
Heck
got
yeah,
you.
buddy.
I got you. Because at the end of the
Go
day,
Dave Ramsey.
I'm a big
but
fan of the
only for
guy.
the car.
Only for the car, not for the house. For the houses,
Yeah, I
for
need some
anything.
credit card debt.
Yep.
You need credit card debt to get a house. You need to build up that credit profile. It's not just your
Hmm.
FICO score. You need that revolving credit. It's so important.
All right, guys. So, like, I mean, like you said, if you're trying to buy a car, just buy. I mean, if you've got the cash, buy that car. You're trying to buy a house,
Totally.
don't do anything. Call Lucky. That's extremely
Yes.
important. What's the phone number they can call you on right now, Lucky?
Oh, hold on. 713-679-1123. That's me. Call me.
Please
No,
text
no,
her.
no email. Tell them no email.
Please text her because, I mean, Lucky and I, we kind of go kind of back. I mean, we go way back, and Lucky does not respond back to my emails either. We had this correspondence. I was supposed to get a response back last week, and I just brought it up, and she had no clue I had even sent that email. So you get me. Text her, call her, visit her website, www.luckyhomeloans.com or luckybuxtonhomeloans.com. I mean, subscribe to her YouTube channel so that we can keep dropping knowledge and you guys can keep getting to have all of this information. We're going to catch you guys next week. Hopefully, hope you guys have an amazing weekend and take care. Bye.
Bye.